I'm coming at you live on tape from Sydney, Ohio. Today we're talking the Batman in professional wrestling. Now, before we get on to Adam West's drunken promo in Memphis wrestling, there was actually a wrestler who wrestled as the Batman. Tony Marino, who is Lady Frost's grandfather. Now, let me set the stage. In 1963, he signed with WWF, which was what WWF or WWE was called before it was WWF. But then in 1960, but he was a jobber. But then in 1966, Batman premiered on television with Adam West and took the nation by storm. So he decided he was going to wrestle as Batman. He had a costume made. He had a Batman costume made, and he started wrestling as the Batman, spelled with two T's. Battman, the Batman. And he was very successful as the Batman. It's so successful that Bruno Sammartino brought him into Philadelphia to wrestle as his tag team partner in matches. And he even had a Robin, Robbin, in a Canadian wrestler who was smaller than him. This was a very successful gimmick he had up until 1970, when the Batman gimmick wasn't popular when Batman wasn't so popular anymore, because Batman only lasted on TV for like 3 seasons. And then the Batman went, and then he stopped wrestling as the Batman and later wrestled as the Blue Demon under a mask. But he would go on to win tag team titles in the WWF with Sammartino and tag team titles in other wrestling organizations. He would go on to make appearances as the Batman into his olden days, but it would die at the age of 90 in I don't remember what year it was. I was kind of in a hurry when shooting this, and I didn't look it up again. He did not have a cape, though, in the ring, because that would not be a good idea. Surprisingly, neither DC nor Fox sued him for being the Batman. They just said, oh, well, there's a Batman wrestler. Now, on to what you wanted to hear about. Adam West's drunken shenanigans as the Batman in Memphis wrestling. It was the 70s, and Adam West was in Memphis for a car show. And he showed up in Memphis wrestling at a TV taping in the cowl of the Batman, but not in the rest of the costume. He was in like a jogging suit, and told the interviewer that he snuck in because he was looking for his adversaries, Mr. Freeze and the Penguin, and he thought they might be teaming with the evil king of Memphis wrestling, Jerry Lawler, to give Memphis a bad winter. You cannot make this stuff up. At which point, Jerry Lawler showed up in a Superman outfit, claiming he was Super King. At which point, Adam West said that his friend Superman, who he calls Soup, and his other friend Spider Baby would take offense to that outfit. He then went on to tell Lawler that if Lawler would, do right, he would have a chance of being a good moral human being, and then would leave, and this would never be brought up again, and would go absolutely nowhere because he just showed up. He was just in town for a car show, and he was never brought back into Memphis for any kind of angle or anything. But this was just the bizarre turn of events in Memphis wrestling one day. A drunk Adam West and Jerry Lawler dressed up as Superman and Spider Baby. Now, of course, you can look up this interview on YouTube. It is hilarious because Adam West can't remember hardly anything. Jerry Lawler is just being Jerry Lawler. And that is the whole details of Batman in wrestling. So, before the cat destroys anything else, she's been in a mood all night. We're going to wrap this video up. See you next week.